Now we can see in dataset demo animal character table, and in data table demo we can see movie table. Welcome to our programming channel. Today we will see DataAdapter, DataTable, DataSet in edu.net with practical example. Part 1. Database is DataAdapter DB. Create table movie ID, movie name, year of release. We are creating simple table. So columns are movie ID, movie name, year of release. We are creating same table which we have created in data table video. And now select this and execute. Now table is created. So now this is movie table with 3 records. New project. ASP.NET Web Application. Data Adapter in edu.net. OK. Select empty. Right click on project, add new item, waveform, data adapter form. View code. In page load event. Now first we will create connection. So we need connection string. String connection is equal to data source is equal to, right click, connect, and we get server name. Control C, Control V. Cancel this, and here semicolon, initial catalog is equal to, now database name, select this database, right click, rename, and here right click again, copy or Control C, paste or Control V, and here semicolon, integrated security is equal to SSPI, double quotes complete, and semicolon. So this is the connection string, and we are storing this connection string in this variable connection. Now we will create object of SQL connection class. Many times we take using block, but here we are not taking using block. If we forget to close the connection, then using block automatically closes the connection. But data adapter is disconnected architecture. So here no need to open and close the connection. So we will create object of SQL connection class without using block. So SQL connection, and here we need namespace using system.data.sql client. SQL connection class, and object of this connection class is con is equal to new SQL connection, and here string connection string. So here we have to take connection string. We have stored connection string in connection variable. So we will take this variable in this bracket. Copy, paste. Now first we will write SQL query. String query is equal to select star from movie. And now SQL data adapter. So this is the SQL data adapter class, and object of this class is DA is equal to new SQL data adapter. And now here we can see string select command text comma SQL connection select connection. We are taking first this query, then comma, and now connection object. So this connection object con. Now we need grid view control to display records. ID of this grid view is grid view 1. Grid view 1 dot data source is equal to DA. Grid view 1 dot data bind. Now data source for grid view 1 is DA. So if we try to take data from data adapter in grid view directly, then we get invalid operation exception. Data source is an invalid type. It must be either an IList source, IEnumerable, or iData source. So, like data reader, we cannot use data adapter independently. We have to use data adapter with data table or data set like this. So now we are taking data table. Data table does not exist in the current context. And if we click on down arrow near this yellow bulb, now here we can see using system.data. Select or click, then this namespace is generated automatically. and here we cannot see any error, or we can simply type here using system.data data table class, and object of this class is dt new data table. Grid view one dot data source is equal to dt grid view one dot data bind. We are taking data table as data source. Now here we can see dt is equal to null. Click on this magnifying glass. Here we cannot see any table, and so here we can see blank result. So now only data table is not sufficient. We need data adapter also. So here object of data adapter da dot fill. We can take data set, then we can take data table. Now here we are taking this data table. So here dt, and now if we see in browser or Google Chrome, invalid object name movie. In this situation, we need to check table name and database name. So movie table name is proper, but here our database is DataAdapter DB and table movie. So many times because of this we are not getting proper results. So here rename, Control C, Control V, database DataAdapter DB. dt is equal to null. Now here we cannot see any table. In data table video, we have created data table dynamically. But here with fill method, data adapter will fill data table with movie table, which is present in SQL data source. Now here we can see movie table with all records. This data table is data source for grid view 1. Then grid view 1 dot data bind. Here we can see the table. So this is the code of data adapter with data table. We can use data adapter with data table and also with data set. In data table, we can take only one table, but in data set, we can take one table or more than one tables. That is, we can take one data table or more than one data tables. This code is present in page load event. We will take two buttons. Text of first button, data table id btn data table text of second button data set id btn data set. Double click on this data table button, cut this all code and paste here. This is code for data table, and double click on this button, and now this will be the code for data set, and copy same code and paste here. And now for data set we are taking data set class, and object of this class ds is equal to new data set. So now instead of this dt, here we will take ds, and here also we will take ds. So now if we see here, if we click on dataset, ds is equal to null, and again if we see here, dataset is empty. And now after execution of this line da.fill ds, now here we can see table, and here all three rows from movie table. Now this table is data source for grid view, and now we can see movie table. If we click on this, here we can see this table. If we click on this, here we can see same table. We are taking one label, in btn data table demo, and here dataset demo, and text blank. Data table demo, and now dataset demo. If we comment this and see, ds null. If we see here, now here we can see dataset is empty. So in this way, because of fill method, dataset is also filled with table. So and now if we see, now dataset is empty, and after da.field ds this line, we can see table here and movie table with 3 records, and we get this result. We have taken one table, so we cannot see any difference. Now we will take another table with movie table. That's all for DataAdapter, DataTable, DataSet in edu.net with practical example part 1. Please don't forget to subscribe the channel and like and share videos. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day.